My guest is Terry Traeder. Everybody knows the Traeders, of course, here in town. They're synonymous with go-karting, obviously, and you have had a tradition of go-karting in this town. 17 years ago was the last go-kart event here?
It is hard to believe, isn't it, that it's been that long, and you know, ever since that ended, everywhere I go, grocery store, restaurant, it's been, hey, when are the races coming back?
Sure.
You know, and I frankly didn't think it would ever happen. Pro Ferrix called me and said, hey, would you be interested in doing it? And at that point, I was like, oh, I don't know, because you know, I was worried about insurance. And then the track was there now. The track is like a rock star. It's so smooth and beautiful. It's unbelievable. So I was able to secure the insurance, and I decided to take it on. And unfortunately, my dad didn't leave me a real good planning guide. So
he might have left it on a golf course.
He kind of took it with him, and so he you know, it's been taking this thing from ground up, and it's been really a ton of work and a lot of hours. But I look at it as my community service project. But
you've got a whole generation of people who don't know what it's all about yet.
Right. They just heard the legend, basically.
Yeah. And you know, for those who have been there, they all know about take your blankets, your lawn chairs, and spend the whole day out, 2 days out there, really, and just enjoy the people throwing frisbees out in the lawn areas around.
It's just a great family day, and it's you know, like I said, a beautiful park, and you've got this unique event going on. You know, and my goal is to make it a party. I want everybody to come out and enjoy themselves, and you know, I really appreciate the park district stepping up like they have, and they've really been easy to work with.
Sure.
So yeah, it's going to be a great event for Quincy, and you know, it's one of the big, you know, famous events.
For people who don't know, Terry, you know, they're going to go see this for the first time. We're not talking about, you know, the slower go-karts here. These guys get up and go. What's some of the top speeds?
We're going to probably see, you know, we've got about 15 classes of different types of weight and engine sizes and that kind of thing.
Right.
But the one class we have will probably hit 100 miles an hour down the straightaway.
Wow.
Okay, and they will be turning speeds on that mile and a 1.2 mile track in under 1 minute. So they'll be averaging better than 60 miles an hour throughout all the curves and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, how many racers are we looking to be here for this?
Well, I had when I started this budgeting process, okay, can we make this work? Hey, I had budgeted for 200 entries. Right now we have 175 pre-entries. So I think we're in good shape. We're going to get our 200 plus.
We encourage everybody to bring their friends down there and their family. It can get noisy depending where you are in the park, obviously, too. So,
yes.
Just so you're aware of that as well. But it's a lot of fun.
It's a good deal. Yeah, it's a fun deal to spend a day out in the park.
And it's going on continuously too. I mean, there's not a lot of lulls involved in this.
No, we'll have practice, Saturday practice from about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning till about 3. We'll stop the race, the practice then, and then we're going to have 3 what we call Saturday sprints. There'll be shorter races, like 8 laps. Then on Sunday we'll start practicing again around 8 o'clock in the morning. 11 o'clock we'll stop everything. We'll have them start with our race program. Okay.
But let me, as we close this up a little bit, let's talk about how Gus got involved in the karting business in the first place. And there's got to be a great story about it.
Oh, it's a great story. I mean, it was 1970, Mary Lou Kent. They started the Dogwood Festival. That was the first year. And so they started planning in the fall of '69. And Mary Lou Kent, of course, is a legendary you know, politician, and she was head of the I think she was head of the Chamber of Commerce at that time. And they were looking for things to do. And Mel Elzia was, you know, of course, the founder of KGRC Radio. He was he said, well, I know Gus Traeder, and maybe he'd be interested in having a karting race. So Gus and Mel got together, and they looked around for a venue to have this race, and they landed at South Park. You know, South Park runs counterclockwise normally.
Right.
Okay, so we took a cart out there. My mechanic, Stan Long, actually is the guy that was on the cart, and they went around the regular way, but this is a long hill, way coming up. So they just reversed it, went the other way, and that was it. Boom, it worked perfect. So the funny story about it, I'm not trying to talk anything negative about anybody, but they went to the head of the park district, which is Rome for Exposition now, Ken Kramer. They went to him, and Ken said, there's no way we're going to have a race out there because it's going to scare all the birds away. And so Mel and Gus went and talked to Mary Lou, and Mary Lou convinced Ken it'll be fine. So when the race was over, Mel and Gus were standing there, and Mel says, "Listen, Gus." And Gus says, "What?" He goes, "Can you hear the birds? They came back."
It's going to be a great event, and we hope everybody will mark their calendars. It's the 9th and 10th of June at South Park in Quincy. Be a part of it. I know you probably can't stay both days or be out there both days. At least come out for one day and spend a few hours out there. You'll see your friends out there.
I think Sunday would be a great day to come. That's the big day of the racing, when it's really going to be more open, and we'll have a lot of festivities going on. You know, Gus is buried in Greenmount, so we're going to wave to him.
Now he'll be waving at you.
And he'll be saying, "Hey, you shouldn't have done it that way."
Well, nobody knew him better than you did.
That's true.
He'll be smiling.
I'm not trying to duplicate what he does. I'm just trying to make it so that it's a great program, so somebody doesn't say, "Well, Terry sure couldn't do it like Gus did."
Well, Terry sure brought it back. So
yeah, we did do that.
Thank you for doing that for the community. Yeah. It's a great event, and people will certainly have a good time out there.
Well, I hope so. We want them to come out.
Much success with it.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate
you talking to me.
Terry Traeder with us today.